Hello there everybody, it is Tegan here again today, and for this video I'm going to be doing the Sims book tag. I was tagged to do this by Waverly over at Waverly Reads, so thank you so much Waverly for tagging me to do this. I will be leaving the link to her video down in the description, so you guys should all totally go and check it out, and go and check out her channel because her channel is amazing and I love it so much. And this tag was originally created by Hales Hearts NYC, so I will also leave her video down below, so if you guys want to go and check that out, then you totally should as well. And I am actually so happy that Waverly tagged me in this tag because I love The Sims so much. Like, I love The Sims so much. I have been playing it for as long as I can possibly remember. I own Sims 1, 3, and 4. I know I owned Sims 2 at one point, but it may have gotten left behind in America when I moved to Australia. I'm not exactly sure, but I've played all of them, and yeah, I just love them all so much. And so yeah, I'm actually really happy that you tagged me in this, Waverly, so thank you. But there are 11 questions in this tag, and yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it, and it's gonna be fun, and I'm excited. Question number 1 is the original Sims, best author debut. And this one was so easy for me because one of my favorite authors, her debut book was absolutely incredible, so obviously I was going to go with it, and that is Veronica Roth with Divergent. I love this trilogy so much. Like, words can't even explain how much I adore this trilogy, and it just blows my mind that this was Veronica Roth's first book that she ever wrote. Veronica Roth is one of my inspirations, and just knowing that her first book took off so well and that it got so much recognition just makes me so happy. Yeah, Divergent is by far one of my favorite author debuts ever. I love this book so much, I love the trilogy so much, and I just love Veronica Roth so much. So yeah, best author debut right here. Question number 2 is the Grim Reaper, saddest character death. And for this one, I couldn't choose just one, so I went with 2, but they're both from the same series, so I mean, it counts. And this is going to be a spoiler for the Harry Potter series, so I will put something up on the screen right here so that if you have not read the Harry Potter series, for some reason you should, but if you haven't read it, then I will put something up on the screen here, and when it goes away, the spoiler is done. For me, my saddest character death, I couldn't pick just one from the Harry Potter series, I had to go with 2. The first one is Sirius Black from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I could not deal with his death. I sobbed so much when he died. Honestly, I could not handle it. It just wasn't like, I couldn't do it. I could not handle his death. It just was not for me. And the second most sad death in this series was Fred Weasley from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I could not deal with this person's death. With Fred's death, I could not do it. He was leaving his twin behind, and it just was not okay, and just all of the deaths in this series killed me inside. But like them, like I couldn't do it. No. Question number 3 is Sims getting stuck, a character that just got in the way. And for that, I am going with Jacob from the Twilight series. I just didn't feel like he was a necessary character, to be honest. Like, he was just added in for love triangle, and this series isn't my favorite to begin with, and so just having an added love triangle in there, just like, and then just the entire like Team Jacob, Team Edward thing, it was just like, and like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like Jacob was necessary in this story. Number 4 is Simlish, a book with fantastic writing, and for that I'm going to have to go with Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. This book has such good writing, and it's written in different styles, so there's like lists, and then there's like script writing throughout it, and there's also just normal writing, and it's written from like, he knows that he's writing it, and Jessie Andrews did this so well, and I love it so much, and just the writing in this intrigued me, and I read this in one sitting, and I just love it so much. Like, the writing in this is just so amazing, and I just just the different styles that he used were just amazing, and I love them. Question number 5 is expansion packs, a series where the books just kept getting better and better, and for this one I'm most definitely going to have to go with The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. This series was amazing. I absolutely love this series. It's one of my favorite series of all time. I love, love, love The Mortal Instruments. But to be honest, the series most definitely got better with each book. And that does make sense, because obviously a series is going to get better. Obviously the author is going to get better as she continues writing. And I always say with the series, always say with the series, that you need to push past the first 1 or 2 books. Like, I love all of the books in this series. I love them all so much. But I know that a lot of people, they read the first book, or maybe they read the first 2 books, and they're just not hooked on the series. But I just always tell them that they have to push through the series and they have to keep going, because it just gets so much better. And just honestly, the last few books in this series are so amazing and so well written and just so action packed, and I just love them so much. And oh my god, the series just gets so much better as each book goes on. And if you are one of the people that read the first book, you read City of Bones, and you're just not feeling it, you're just not sure, you're not enjoying it as much as you thought you would, push through, get through the first 2 books, get through the next book, just keep reading, because I promise you it does get so much better, and the series is just so amazing and I love it so much. Question number 6 is Sims Romance, the worst case of insta love, and for this one I'm gonna have to go with Evermore by Alison Noel. Although I loved this book so much and I sped through it, I read it so fast, there is really bad insta love within this book. At least I felt like there was, and I felt like that it could have been written out better, but then also the romance wasn't the main plot of this entire book, so it just, yeah, but there was some pretty bad insta-love within this book. Question number 7 is Cheats, a book that was entirely unrealistic, and for this one I'm going to have to go with Adrift by Paul Griffin. You may have heard me talk about this book before on my channel, about how much I didn't like it. I really disliked this book. I did not like it. I felt like it was rushed. I just didn't like it at all. And one of the big reasons why I didn't like it was because it was so unrealistic. Just the series of events that occurred, and just everything just kept happening, and there were just so many bad things happening, and it just wasn't realistic in the sense. And this is meant to be like a realistic book. Like, it's meant to be like a real book, like this actually happened, like it could have actually happened, and it just didn't feel like that. It just felt like there was too many things happening and it just wasn't realistic at all. Question number 8 is Needs Fulfillment, a character that made all the wrong decisions, and for this one I'm going with Triss from Divergent, specifically from Allegiant, the 3rd and final book in this trilogy. I love Triss, I love Triss so much, but she makes some pretty bad decisions throughout this series, and a lot in this particular book. I wanted her to just stop. I kept yelling at the book, stop, and she didn't stop. So, yeah, she made a lot of wrong decisions. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Question number 9 is Air 12, a series that started off amazing but just went downhill after the first book. And for this one, I am gonna have to go with Twilight. I actually enjoyed this first book. I enjoyed it. I found it interesting. I hadn't read a lot of books that involve vampires and werewolves and all of that sort of stuff, and so reading this book it intrigued me because I hadn't read a lot of that before. But after this first book, I just lost interest, and I just didn't enjoy it after this first book. I felt like the writing style didn't improve very much, and I just felt like the story just dragged on and it didn't need 4 books. I actually really enjoy Stephenie Meyer because I love The Host. I just love that book so much. And so it's not Stephenie Meyer per se, it's just the series, went downhill for me after this first book. And I did buy the special 10-year anniversary edition Life and Death version of this book, and I am looking forward to reading this. But yeah, I just felt like the series itself, like the original series, just did not need 4 books. I just felt like it just went downhill. Yeah. And question number 10 is The Sims Vortex, a book/series that completely engrossed you and that you absolutely loved. And for that, I am going to go with Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I'm also going to include in this Carry On by Rainbow Rowell because they are sort of 2 entwined books. I loved these 2 books. Fangirl was the first Rainbow Rowell book that I read, and I absolutely loved it. And as you can maybe able to see, I now own all of her books because they are just amazing, and Rainbow Rowell has become one of my favorite authors of all time. But yes, I absolutely adored this book. I read it in one sitting because it was just that engrossing, and I just loved it so much. And then when Carry On was announced, I flipped. I needed it right then and there in my hands. I brought this on vacation with me. We went on a houseboat for a vacation, and I brought this along with me, and I read it in 2 days. And it is a fairly long book. It's like 450 pages, and I read it in 2 days, and I loved it so much. And these 2 books, honestly, like, they engrossed me so much, and I just love these 2 books so much. Like, I can't even explain how much I adore these books. They're just so amazing. Read them if you haven't. If you haven't read any of Rainbow Rowell, definitely go and read her because she is an incredible author and I love her so much. But definitely check out these 2 books because they are intertwined. Carry On was written based off of a fan fiction that was based off of a series within this book, if that made any sense at all. But these are both so amazing, and I love them so much. And finally, question number 11 is who do you tag? And I am going to be tagging 2 people to do this. The first person is Kaylin over at Kay's Cozy Reads, and the second person is Ben over at Reading Rejects. I'm not completely entirely sure if either of you guys play The Sims, but even if you don't, I would love to see your answers to these questions. And if you do play The Sims, then this tag is perfect for you. But even if you don't, I still want to see your answers. So yes, I would love to see you guys do this tag. I really hope that you do. And if any of you guys at home want to do this tag, then feel free to do it and leave your videos down in the comment section down below. And even if you don't do a video, just leave your answers down in the comment section down below because I would absolutely love to know what your answers are to these questions as well. And yeah, that's about it for this video today. Thank you so much once again to Waverly for tagging me in this. I had a lot of fun doing it. You can give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I would really appreciate that. And you can also subscribe down below if you want to be told when I make new videos. I make videos on bookish stuff, and I make videos on music-y stuff, and I make videos on fan-me stuff. So if any of that sounds of any interest to you, then you should totally hit subscribe. And yeah, that's about it for this video today. I'm Tegan, this is Bookwormia, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hello there everybody, it is Tegan here again today, and for this video I'm going to be reacting to a song. And so this song is the new single